And joining us now from Miami, trial attorney Justin Leto joins us. Justin, great to see you.
Good to see you too. Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about this cross-examination that's taking place. First of all, from your perspective, in a case where you've got all these videotapes and everything else, how significant a role do you believe the alleged victim plays in this case as a witness?
You know, I don't think it's that significant. And put it this way, when you see all the evidence in this case and all the things that they have against this woman, sure, his credibility may or may not weigh one way or the other, but ultimately it doesn't matter what kind of person he is. They have so much evidence against her. That's why I do think that this reality TV defense is sort of brilliant and creative in its own way. I don't think it's going to work, but you have to give the defense lawyer credit, because how else are they possibly going to defend this woman? And it does not matter who the alleged victim was. She's caught on tape plotting his murder. So many times they got her on tape. It just seems like there's no other way they can defend the case.
Now, from the prosecutor's perspective, you know, you've got to take your victims the way you find them, right?
True. Yeah, absolutely.
You don't get to choose them, right? It's not you go out and say, okay, I'd like to have this person. I mean, this guy, Michael DiPolito, is who he is. I want you to take a listen here during part of cross-examination. You're talking about his record.
When you said little felony, you meant less serious.
Yeah, as in one carries the full weight, one was 15 years, one was 2 years. So you really, for myself, generally look at the one that carries all the weight.
Okay, you say one carries the weight, one's 15 years, one 2 years, so that the jury understands. That means that's the amount of prison time that you could get if you were to violate your probation?
Yes.
And one of them is organized fraud.
Yes.
Is that one the one that carries 30 years?
I believe so.
Is that the first-degree felony?
Yes.
And unlicensed commercial telephone seller, that's the one that carries 5 years?
I guess. I thought it was 2,
Okay.
but it could be 5, yeah.
All right, but the one that drives the train is the 30-year one.
Is the 30-year one, yes.
You know, Justin, generally speaking, when you've got a witness up there who has been convicted of fraud, that's almost one of the worst kind of crimes when it comes to credibility, right? Because it's all about scamming people and lying. And being
it's all
good
about
at
credibility. It's about honesty. It's about credibility. And if the jury thinks that you're a scam artist and you're a liar, well, then what's going to prevent you from lying about every single other thing that you're saying in front of the jury? But again, Vinny, it does not matter, because it doesn't matter who this man is. They have this woman on tape plotting his murder. That I don't see how they're possibly going to get past
Well, how about
that.
this? How about this, though, Justin? You know, maybe it makes the victim a little less sympathetic. And all of a sudden, when it's time for finding reasonable doubt, okay, you know, I'm going to be a little more open-minded because of who the alleged victim is. You think that's what is perhaps going on here with the defense as well?
I don't think so. I really believe that juries take their job very, very seriously. And when a judge gives them an instruction about what the standard is, they don't play favorites one way or the other. They know their job is very, very serious. And sure, they're not going to like this victim very much. I think they're going to have some animus towards him. They're going to think he's a fraud. But it doesn't make it okay to plot to murder him. And I think the jury's going to remember that. And I don't think it's going to change the way they see the ultimate burden as being reasonable doubt. It's going to be the same no matter who the victim is.
You know, I want to ask you something, because we've had mixed reactions to this alleged victim and his testimony. A lot of people finding him actually likable. And, you know, I think about him, watching him and say, yeah, you know, I grew up with a bunch of guys like this. You know, sounds kind of likable. But then I take a step back and say, wait a minute. This is a guy who is likable and has used that ability to scam hundreds of thousands of dollars from people. So do you think the jury will perhaps get charmed by him to a certain extent? Or do you think they'll all take that step backwards and say, wait a minute, you know, there's a reason why this guy's kind of likable. It's because he uses that to take money from innocent people.
But let me turn the question back. Does it even matter if he's charming or not? Does it matter if the jury is charmed by him?
Everything matters, though, eventually.
I don't know that he matters. I think he is not as essential of a piece as a usual victim is in a crime because of the level of evidence against him. And you know what's likable about him more than anything else is he sits back there on the witness stand and he pretty much admits to being not a great guy. He doesn't try to hide behind it. He doesn't lie about it.
He's honest about his dishonesty, I guess you could say, right?
He tells the truth about his past problems, his fraud. And listen, if you're going to look at a guy who's a criminal, the very least you can ask of him is tell us the truth about what you did in the past, right?
Yeah, and let me show you another piece from his cross-examination, because he's put on probation. He's supposed to pay back like $190,000 to the victims, take some job, but he's actually making more money, but he never tells probation about it. Take a listen.
In January of 2008, Mr. DiPolito, when you tell probation on a form that you're making only $2,800 a month from M Revolutions, how is it that you were able to deposit $125,288 into Mad Media?
Mad Media was doing well.
In 2007, did you ever tell your probation officer that you had Mad Media?
No.
So you're working Mad Media, making money, but you're reporting a lot less to probation, correct?
Yes.
You know, it's unbelievable. It's coming out that he was using cocaine, that he's continuing to make more money, not pay back the victims. And all along, he's been like, he wants to get off of probation. I find that ironic. But how about this, Justin, as we look at this part of it, where he's talking about, you know, all this money, he's only making $2,800. Does probation ever check, like, what car you're driving to probation in? The guy's got a 2007 Vet that he zooms up in and is writing down on the piece of paper, oh, I'm making $2,800 a month. Do probation officers ever look at that stuff?
I guess if they have the time to, but you know, they're so backed up and they're so busy that they can't be checking one person to the next. They just don't have the time, they don't have the money, they don't have the resources. So as you can see, this guy's a good example of how to, you know, get past the system even when you're on probation. He's making a ton of money and not reporting it to anybody, and he's getting away with a lavish lifestyle when he's not paying back his victims any money. So yeah, again, he's not the best guy. He's not the best victim to put on the stand. But when a prosecutor has this much evidence against the defendant, I don't think they really care one way or the other whether the victim is likable or not. Because again, it's not okay to plot murder on anybody. And I'm sure that's what they're going to tell the jury during their closing argument.
You're from South Florida, too. Successful lawyer, Justin. You driving a Vet?
No, I don't drive a Vet.
All right. Well, maybe we're all in the wrong business here. All right, I'm going to talk to you a little bit later on in the program. Coming up, folks, former Penn State football coach